Yo, Seemlytuber back at it again with another video, and in this video we're going to be talking about Marvel's Shang-Chi. I'm going to be giving my review, as well as I'm going to have some spoilers in this, so spoiler warning before we begin. If you don't want to hear any spoilers, go ahead and exit off the video. This is not the video for you if you don't want spoilers. So, let's go ahead and get into this one. So, Marvel's Shang-Chi. This is one of the most exciting projects I have watched and I have really loved since Endgame. Even including the TV show series and stuff, I have really enjoyed this project, this movie. This movie it looks like they spent tons and tons of money to make this movie shine and look as good as possible. And whatever they put on it, whatever the budget was, it was worth it. This movie was amazing. Not amazing, amazing. It was just that good. I'm not even joking. This movie was that good. Marvel Shang-Chi. It starts off, we get a little bit of backstory on, as in some projects, they would call him the Mandarin. In the MCU, he's not actually the Mandarin. He goes by a ton of different names, but he is the father of Shang-Chi, is how they say it in the movie. He's the father of Shang-Chi. And we come to find out later on in the movie that the person definitely did use his background and created a new name for Shang-Chi's father. They call him Khan as well. He's called the Great Khan. So if you know a little bit about Chinese mythology and Chinese history and stuff, Khan was a character in Chinese history, and as well as they use him in mythology stories and their manhwas and stuff and all that. They use him a lot in their stories as well. So, if you know a little bit about that. So, as we continue on, it goes into a little backstory at the start of the movie about his father meeting his mother, and his mother's village of Tao Lao that has been existing around for centuries upon centuries, and how they are the protectors of the Dark World Gate that is holding in a giant dragon serpent type snake headed tail type monster. It's very like weird. When you see it, you're like, man, this is really like cool. There's a lot of action going on, but then you're like, this monster got serpent heads on it. It got like thousands of tails and wings. It looked like a dragon in the face, but then it looked like a snake type thing. You're like, man, this is something else. But then you get back into the action, like, damn, this is a good movie. This is a movie. But continuing on, so his mother gives up the opportunity to continue to protect the village and decides to go off with Shang-Chi's father. And Shang-Chi's father, we'll just call him the Mandarin because that's what he's called in the comics. We'll just go ahead and call him. So Shang-Chi's father, the Mandarin, continues on to become a father. He settles down, and his mother, Shang-Chi's mother, convinces his father to give up his life of violence, crime, and being the leader of the Ten Rings. So he does. So his enemies come back while he's away from their home and pretty much kills his mother, kills Shang-Chi's mother, and then Shang-Chi's father goes on a spiral downwards back into the life of crime and back into the life of being the Mandarin, being what we know the Mandarin to be, violent, evil. We come to find out on his journey, he goes and he gets the person out of prison that was impersonating him, locks him up in his basement of his compound, and uses him as a jester after changing his mind of getting rid of him, if you know what I mean. So the guy from the Iron Man movie is now the court jester of the Mandarin. Like, it's hilarious. This movie is hilarious on so many points. So we come to find out Shang-Chi ran away from home during a mission, but we find out that he didn't complete the mission at first, but then we find out later on that he does complete the mission that he was given to take out the person that killed his mother, which when you see that whole aspect of the story, you can't fault him for wanting revenge. That changed his entirety of his life. It changed his father on so many levels. His father, all he knew his father to be was a gentle man, a father, a loving man. But after his mother had been killed, his father changed into the man that he used to be, worse than the man that he used to be. And it was bad. So we continue on during the story. So his father finds him, picks him and his sister back up that both ran away from home. He said he's always known where they were, and he was giving them their time away, and now it was time for them to come back home, and they were going to be a family again. His father tells them that he knows where his mother is, and that she's locked behind this gate in Tao Lao, but come to find out the gate in Tao Lao is just these beings, these beings they call soul suckers, are tricking him. They're speaking to him through the 10 rings because they know the 10 rings can break them out. They're lying, they're using Shang-Chi's mother's voice to trick the Mandarin. So the Mandarin doesn't believe it. He continues on to continue with his plan. So Shang-Chi and them get to the village first, do a little training montage and stuff, and then they continue on to protect the village from the Mandarin. So the Mandarin gets there. They have a battle sequence, amazing battle sequence. These battle sequences in this movie were on point. This movie perfected so many things. It got so many things right. This movie was S tier quality for Marvel. Like, they outdid themselves with this one. This was the perfect movie to get them back into the theaters aspect. And they fight and battle. The villain has to get that little one up, and then it has to go back to like the even battleground. So the monster breaks out, and then Shang-Chi's father realizes that their mother is not behind that wall, and he realizes that he has messed up, and he saves Shang-Chi and bestows upon him the 10 rings, and Shang-Chi becomes the new holder of the 10 rings and continues to fight the monster. And there's a water dragon that comes out of the water, and it's like it starts fighting, and it's like shoot water and stuff. Like, it's it's epic. You have to see this movie if you have not seen this movie. This movie is amazing. And so, like, they finally beat the monster, the dragon type monster thing, and like, you gotta see it to understand like the epicness of this. So they finally defeat this monster, and we get a cool montage at the end with them with their friends again when they were unemployed. Their friends that were telling them they need to grow up finally, with them telling them what they do now, and they're like, she's like, you're just picking at me because I was getting on you guys before. This is not true. And then Wong from Doctor Strange just opens up a portal. He's like, yo, we need to speak. Come on. And there's like, oh, y'all were really telling the truth. And they're like, yeah, they're a couple now. And it's like, this movie has so much great pacing and progression that you just don't understand. The choreography and the visuals in this movie were top tier. Everything in this movie was top tier. Like, you it looked so good, even not being in 3D. That's just how good it was, and it was really good. Really good movie. You could enjoy this movie without seeing it in 3D, and it's nice. Um, so now I give this movie a 10 out of 10. I really enjoyed this movie. It was great. The pacing was great. It wasn't really a slow moment. The comedy was perfect where it had comedy moments. And the dark moments were dark and gritty, and they were good as well. And they exemplified and enhanced the level of enjoyment of this movie. Everything in this movie was perfect to me. I don't know about everyone else, but I enjoyed this movie. I give it a 10 out of 10. Um, Make sure you check out Shang-Chi. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you check out my other videos. If you want if you want a good movie, check out this movie. It should be on Disney Plus in like 1 to 2 months from now, probably, or maybe 3. They're gonna let it run its theatrical run, and then they'll put it on Disney Plus for sure. But yo, definitely make sure you check it out. If you don't get to theaters, check it out. Make sure you check it out when it's out of theaters and on Disney Plus. It's definitely worth a watch. I'm definitely gonna watch this movie again at home with my with a nice OLED on the wall and with my sound system at home, just like sound system at the theaters, because I got one that's on that same level. Oh man, it's gonna be amazing. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my other videos. I'm gonna see y'all on another one. Seemlytuber out. Peace. Check out Shang-Chi. Links in the description below for Fiverr. I'm out.